is there any pressure?
No, I feel like with Chrissy, I feel like I never knew you. You know what I'm saying? Because Chrissy, like how I'm a very people person, you know what I'm saying? Chrissy isn't a person who just invites everybody into her space just automatically, like how some people like me. So yeah, so like she'll come in, she might not really speak to you if she just don't know you. And that's fine because some people are like that, where I'm more so, I'm gonna come around, hug everybody, regardless if I know you. Yeah. So you have to learn people. I'm a Pisces. So you learn people.
We air signs.
Yeah. So my question is today, did you take that anyway?
No, well, because I was learning, because now I can say this because I'm learning. So, now that I've learned, it's not anything because I've never had an issue with you because I've never had a chance to really know you. So it's like when we would have little, I guess, mess-ups or whatever, it would be based off of my interaction with other people in the group, and then you'll turn.
I'm so glad you're what other people in the group?
With other people in the group.
Oh, okay.
And then you will internalize the emotions of them, and then y'all would treat me based off of what might have happened between me and somebody else versus you knowing me personally.
So on that one right there.
I don't know, like I'm still catching up on past episodes of the past show. So like I was like, I knew it was tension, but I was just like, I don't know what the going on.
Did it feel like tension before things got started? Did it feel like tension in the beginning?
I already previously like kind of knew that it was tension. I don't know whether it was between all three, J-Dot, Jamal, and Chrissy, or just who it, like, I didn't know who it was.
I can genuinely say, yes, you're right, and I do apologize for that as a grown, as just being a real bitch. I can apologize for that. But what I said, I still felt how I felt. I could have done it in a different, and like I could have waited and then did it later, yes, but I still felt like in that moment, what I said, I still stand on that. But I do apologize for it being when it came, how it came, because it wasn't. I didn't mean to attack you. I don't like that. On season 1, I stood up for that. I don't like doing that. So I can generally say on me, just talking about me. I do apologize for that. Because like every time it's just certain things you say and certain things you go about that just. I'm just like, bro, you really gotta just just stop talking for a second.
I agree with that.
And it's just like, and then I don't know. Like I believe. Some of the things that you say, I'm not even gonna hold you. I believe. I'm like, yes, you're absolutely right. On the time, I'm not gonna say too much because you know what I'm saying doesn't drop. So I hope you know what I'm talking about. But some of the things that you said about a particular topic, I agree with you. But would you think I agree with you? Because I don't move that way. So you would never think that I'm actually on the same page. Because I have respect for other people.
Yeah,
right.
You did. And that's why I recognize that.
Yeah.
But again, I apologize for it being how it was when it was.
Yeah.
But that.
Real shit.
So that's it, right? That was the only thing between you and me. Cool. Because I feel like me and J-Dot's issues aren't me and J-Dot's issues, if that makes sense. I feel like every time me and him got into it, it was because he said some shit I didn't like when he was talking to somebody else, or I said some shit he didn't like, and it was like based off of somebody else. But I don't think me and J-Dot ever like had beef because J-Dot did something to piss me off directly towards me and vice versa. So I felt like new environment, new artists, me and you know each other, we did this before, so these people are new, we need to chat. So I immediately wanted to pull him to the side just to squash it, just to figure out, are we actually beefing? Or is it really just what it is?
She really pulled me to the side just to see where my head was and see me for me, without seeing me for what she thought of who she thought I was. So, we sat down in the room and just talked and, and we had a dope conversation and was able to see that we relate in a lot of different aspects. She was also a person who just told me that, she felt as if I was real, but, she didn't like some of the things that I would say to Karma, and I, being honest, I felt like people judged me based off of how I responded, but they never looked at how the person attacked me.
Everything I had heard about Chrissy, at that point, I was like, I like, you still said all of your reads was still as cutthroat as you wanted to be, but you still had the maturity to be like, I get it. Like, it was maturity, it was clarity, it was I'm too good for the bullshit, like, and I'm still learning to be like that, so I admire that. Like, that really was like like, I don't want to say I'm fanning out, but I was fanning out like, oh, bitch, this bitch just like stood up for herself and said, well, maybe I was doing this too, like at the same time. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, I want to be her. Like,
You have a lot to say, so what's the so what's tea with that? Because you don't have to see.
So to answer Greg's question, I thought me and J Dot,
I checked the camera.
we had our moments. We had our times. We had much like Chrissy said, there's just certain stuff, and I came to you. Even at my the balloon release for my father, I put you to the side, and I was like,
I get
you
some
know?
tomorrow.
So I felt like we've gotten to a point where we can hold each other accountable as friends, right? But of course, we're still working on the friendship and working on that trust dynamic, because it was just, we know there's certain shit that happened. For me, I don't know if I can trust this nigga.
Yeah.
Because we had one conversation and then the next week it's boom.
Yeah.
So I think for us it's a work in progress. I'm a forgiving person. I'm not one to ever hold grudges, because honestly, this shit ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't making a.
And that's one thing about me and you, we never held grudge. Like, the argument might go crazy with other people and it turns to other people.
Yeah.
But me and you be like, well,
we'll call each other.
And I want to step in as a producer, but I have to ask this question because I feel like I don't get the answer if I'm asked now. Why did this feel like you always gave J-Dot?
It didn't seem like that, right?
People say,
But why?
We'll talk already, so we'll already be past it. And everybody else.
But why would you hold other people more accountable for just?
It's not that I hold everybody accountable to the same degree, but the difference is J Dot will call me and be like whoopty whoopty whoop, or I know I can call J Dot and we would have that conversation to where we become common ground. I don't have that dynamic with a lot of people, because 9 times out of 10 it's issues created for no reason, if we want to be real.